Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 everybody, everybody, everybody. My name is Tom, and I'm the office manager of the Twin Cities Men's Center. And I've got another fantastic interview for you today. It's Thursday, August 28th, about 1:52 p.m. I've got a fantastic interview for you. We talked to her before. We're talking to her again. My good friend Terri Rahman is with us. We're going to be talking about Terri Rahman's presentations. She's going to be doing 4 different presentations for the Twin Cities Men's Center within the next year. And how many should you attend? How many should you attend? How many should you attend? You should attend all 4 of them. She's going to be doing a presentation coming up on September 18th from 7 to 9 p.m. You can attend this workshop either in person or online. Either one is your choice. You want to register? Send me an email at ofcmgr@tcmc.org and let me know, and I'll get you the link so you can attend that. Our one in September 18th, she is talking on she has 8 pillars of health. On that one, she's going to talk about pillars 1 through 4. Then she's coming back in December to talk about gut health and the holidays. Then she's coming back in March to tell us about pillars 5 through 8. Then we're going to be kicking off the summer in June with her Slimmer, Stronger, Sexier You presentation. So this is really cool. She's going to be giving us a lot of value and lots of great stuff. Looking forward to having her at the presentations. And we want you at those presentations too. We ask for a $5 donation. Would love to have you there. I'm going to turn it over to Terri because I've been talking, and we know who you really want to hear from. I know who I really want to hear from, and that's Terri Rahman. So Terri, tell us about the presentation you're going to be giving to us on September 18th from 7 to 9 p.m. in person and online.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tom, for having me here today. I will be talking about 4 essential key gut health pillars that every man should be embracing. These main 4 pillars will be centered around nutrition, sleep, movement, and stress management. Those would be the big 4 that I see most men having difficulties with. This workshop is going to be more of an inspirational thing and developing your actual game plan for how you're going to start adopting these pillars into your daily life. We always want to start small because when you start small and get one habit down and you add another one and another one, pretty soon you're switching your whole body around. As far as nutrition goes, that's probably one of the biggest pillars because we usually eat every day. Most of us don't go without a day without eating unless you're
Right.
doing fasting.
So developing their own game plan. So it sounds like they should bring a notebook. Am I correct?
Yes, you can bring a notebook. I will also have a printable version for the audience there. They can go ahead and download if they want to do that ahead of time, and they can just take notes on that. Otherwise, just come with your pen and paper. It's nice when we do it as a group because being with the Men's Center, you have instant accountability partners like right there, right? So after the presentation, one of my suggestions will be to see if there's anybody there you want to be an accountability partner with.
So you said an action plan. That means we're going to see this workshop and then we're going to have to do something afterwards?
Right. So we'll be talking about, for example, nutrition. We'll be talking about what food actually fuels your body and which foods rob you of your energy.
Mm.
Most people these days are feeling pretty run down and tired a lot and don't have the optimal energy that they really want. We're going to be talking about how that is such a huge pillar to be more conscientious about the type of food you're putting in your body. Then, what barriers, for example, are you seeing that could get in the way of you making some really good choices? So, I'll be identifying those. And what would be the goal for you just to start one thing differently in your diet that's over time it can have a tremendous impact. For example, just cutting out ultra processed foods can have a tremendous impact on your health. Maybe the next step would be cutting out all refined sugars. That would be another step. Maybe you just start with the easiest ones, cutting out all toxic seed oils, something simple like that. Or maybe you start with the hydration. That's where I started. Not even talking about the food yet, but you're just trying to get more hydrated in your day.
Oh, I know hydration is a huge one. I'm all about that. I get really good at it and I get off track with it too. It's interesting because you mentioned the seed oils, and I had heard for so long that grapeseed oil, you want grapeseed oil. So it sounds like any seed oil is a bad way to go. Is that right?
I would not vouch for seed oils. Some of them are cold pressed, but I'm just not a big fan of the seed oils because of how highly processed they are. If you look online, you can find out yourself how these seed oils are made. And once you find that, that's just going to create inflammation in my body. So why would I want to put something that's so toxic into my body that's going to create an energy drain and make my body have to work twice as hard to try to get rid of it? It doesn't make any sense. So, eating the right foods for your specific body is really key.
So it sounds like this action plan, they're
Yeah.
not going to walk away with a one size fits all action plan. They're going to walk away with an action plan that's suitable just specifically to them and it might be very different from everybody else in the room. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I'm not there to tell you what to do. I'm there to promote or advocate for better choices. They
Mhm.
have options to choose from. And what one person is ready for, the other person may not be ready for. So it's really important that we recognize where people are at. Because if we do way too much, the brain kind of goes, whoa, this is way too much change at one time. It doesn't like that. And then people tend to stop doing everything because it's too overwhelming, right?
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I've done that many times. Yeah.
yeah. You start like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and after a week or two, you don't hardly do any of
Right.
it.
And I don't know if it's a Jim Rohn quote or something. The quote is something to the extent of it's small changes over time gives lasting results. You know what I'm talking about?
I certainly do.
Cool.
Yes, consistency really is key. I would prefer people stick with a plan for each of the pillars, but they will get to choose when to start, when they want
Mm,
to start, if they want to start. This actually creates health, and you can
right.
reverse so many different things by doing these things consistently. You can reverse a lot of aches and pains, brain fog, lose extra weight, have a more positive outlook. Just food and sleep, stress management, and movement all work synergistically. So, the more you can do, of course, the better. You might be really good, for example, with your eating, but maybe you're not moving as much, or maybe your sleep is not really good. So, we'll be talking about that and what little things you can do to start concentrating and making these habits more intentional.
It's funny because you say that, and I think I've shared this with you before, but I keep learning the lesson the hard way. When I do more movement, take more action, do more energy and exercise, I sleep better. So doing one leads to the other, it's an all-around benefit. Of course, I'm on track, I'm off track, but I know that when moving more and exercising more, I sleep better and everything just flows from there.
Yes, exactly. Besides, sleep is stress management because stress is the silent killer. And we all have plenty of stress, but it's really about our perception and how many demands can we actually eliminate from our life.
Yep.
We have some control over that. Really sitting back and thinking about what is it that's really too much for me right now. Taking a step back as if you're like a airplane looking down at what you all got going on in your life, right? Now, when you take a higher level look at what's going down in your life, you can see things more clearly than when you're right in it sometimes.
Right, right. It's so timely too because I just heard RFK on TV or on the internet recently saying he wants America to start moving away from the pharmaceuticals and stuff and start going back to food, healthy exercise, and trying to have our bodies recover and heal in a very natural way. So it's just so timely. You're doing this, and he wants to move the country in the exact same way. We need to have the entire country at this workshop, signing up for your programs and checking it all out. See if we can get him to join us.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be
Right.
something, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But it's so true. Everybody can do something better for their health. Even I can be still doing more things for my health, even though I practice what I preach. There's always more to learn and there's always more we can be doing.
I've heard people talk, say you're extremely morbidly obese, like 500 or 600 pounds, and I can't do anything. I can't exercise. Yes, you can. You can just start by moving your arms and start with what you can do, not what you can't do, and just start there and progress slowly and move up from that point.
Right. And the thing with that is, I want to tell your viewers this is the more you start doing, the better you feel about yourself, the more confidence you gain, the more feelings of control that you have over your life, right? Then that propels you to go further and deeper in it. I've
Yeah.
experienced that myself. I'm eating well. Now I want to sleep. Now I want to optimize my stress management. I want to optimize my movement and my supplement intake and my relationships, who I hang with, all those different things. It's really like a snowball effect.
Right. Yeah, I saw a video yesterday. I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about how belief and action work together. And they're saying, you know what? Just get started. Do this for 5 minutes. And once you start doing it for 5 minutes every day or every other day, and you get that belief, you'll find yourself going, well, I can do it for 5. Why not do it for 7 minutes? And after you're doing it for 7 minutes for a while, well, I did 7. It's not that hard to push it up to 10 after a few weeks. Building and building, the belief and the action go together, and just naturally you get the momentum. You just want to grow, change, and improve.
Yeah, it's so true. And the more you learn, the more you go into the research with all this stuff, the more evidence you have. But just taking action is key. Just doing it. I always say, just do what Nike says. Just do
Right.
it.
Yep, absolutely.
One thing at a time. Don't look at this as you have to do everything perfectly. It's more about consistent progress over perfection is always what we're aiming for.
Definitely, definitely. So your workshop is on September 18th on Zoom and in person. Well, she'll be on Zoom, but you can attend in person at the Men's Center or on Zoom on September 18th. Terry, do you want to come back maybe once or twice more before that workshop and talk a little bit again about this stuff?
I'd be happy to, Tom.
Cool, cool.
Absolutely.
If you want to find Terry before that too, you can also find her at Terri, that's Terri, TerriTotalHealth.com. Did I get that right, Terry?
You got it perfect, Tom.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time too.
Oh, I did. Thank you so much, Tom. I'm so glad to hear that you're still progressing with everything.
Yep, yep, absolutely. So we're going to talk to Terry again sometime before the 18th, but make sure you send me an email, OFCMGR, like office manager at TCMC.org to get registered for the event. And we'll see you on September 18th. Terry, thank you so much. And everybody, we will see you next time. And we are out of here. Bye-bye.